Hanjo. Friends, Rod Velarde, let me know, am I pronouncing that correct? A little Hickory Apache. Hanjo. Spider-Man versus Harry Potter, and we chose to watch Firefly. What? Yeah? Firefly. You heard correct. Let me fill you in on the details. That's a terrible pun. You should probably unsubscribe at this point. Ain't getting any better from here, folks. Anyhow, yes, Nathan Fillion, the lead. You can't even really say lead. Yeah, sure, he's the lead because he's the captain of the ship. But Firefly, if you haven't watched it, you can watch it in a couple of nights. It is a series. Was probably supposed to be a series that was woefully short. Much to everyone's dismay. The writer of the show, the fans of the show, everybody demanded more Firefly. There must be more Firefly. Give us more Firefly. People petitioned corporations, companies, sponsors, please help us keep this show. If you keep supporting the show, we'll keep watching, we promise. And the network heard their pleas, heard their enthusiasm, their devotion, their raw fandom, and canceled it anyway. Yeah, thanks big money. So the show never had a chance to go to crap, which is good. So is that me looking for a silver lining? I don't know. Oh, I wanted to go straight across here, but I forget that it's Friday today, so I've been sick for a long time. So here we go. Here we go, and here I wait. But yeah, so Firefly, it's a show I've wanted to watch for a long time. It's come very highly recommended to me for many years. I mean, it came out in 2002, and here it is, 2022, as I record this. So it's been 20 years, and I realize that I'm right around the same age as the cast. So had I watched it when it came out, I would have been watching Allies. I would have been watching Kindred Spirits on the screen there. So that's kind of cool. Well, this guy's setting a pic, so eyes am I gonna go. So Firefly, I mean, have you seen it? Do you have any interest in a space western? Boy, it sounds dumb when you say it that way. But if you haven't seen it, if you love space-related stuff, if you like Wild West sort of stuff, if you like how 9 different people see the same thing 9 different ways, which is one of the things the writer most enjoyed about writing the show, then you might really want to give a crack at it. Listen, it's campy in a very deliberate way. Joss Whedon, that is Joss Whedon, I think I'm getting his name right, who wrote the show, really wanted, I want to take you down this street here because it's nice and the trees are flowering here. So he wanted a show that had a very handheld shot feel, even though it took place in the future. So it's us, but it's in the future, but it's got a handheld feel. So even the digital, like the CGI aspects of it, they're still using like hand focused and shaky sort of footage, so it really looks real. And some of the things when you see them are astonishing when you put the fact that the show is 20 years old into perspective. There's one scene in a very late episode where Nathan Fillion's character, Malcolm Reynolds, Mal they call him, which is a very, very, very cool double entendre of a name, by the way, because, you know, Mal in Spanish is bad, and Malcolm Reynolds to some people is somewhat of a bad dude. And but you know, you get to know him and you realize that sometimes he's not exactly appropriately named. But anyhow, he's wearing something in his ears that looks just like earbuds. Just like earbuds, you know, and there's a lot of little technologies in there that you're like, well, that we have that today for real. Little touchscreen things here and there that we didn't really have in 2002, most of us. I want you to see all these beautiful trees, and so I was well aware before I even started watching the show of people whose opinions I respect, their outrage at the show having been canceled, seemingly without provocation or justification. And sorry, I am I mirror their results. I absolutely unequivocally agree. It was a travesty that the show was canceled. I want to know what happens next. I know there's like a film I gotta watch or something, like it came out with like a movie version or something, so I imagine I'll check that out at some point, but that's what we ended up going with, because, you know, frankly, Morrill Memorial Library had it in stock. And that's how we do a lot of our viewing, is based on what's in stock in our local library. So, come on, buddy. No? You gonna wait for me? Thanks. So anyhow, thank you for wasting your own time. What's up, buddy? Anyhow, it was well worth the watch. I loved it. I looked up all the cast, because I'm like, these guys have to have been in other things, and a lot of them were. And apparently, you know, what happened was, like, there's some interest maybe in drumming up another season, or the writer would have fought for it harder, except that everybody else was already working again. Excuse me. And to a cast member, people that were asked afterwards about what it was like working on the show, you know, said it was like the greatest experience in their life, and completely unforgettable. And the way they talked about everything, right down to the set itself of the ship. The ship is a Firefly class, you know, spaceship, and its name is Serenity, which of course that's a word that's, you know, haunts me in my life. Beautiful tree. No, it doesn't haunt me in my life, but it's one of those, it's like Moby Dick. You know that white whale is out there, you know, and I stab at thee. Yeah, I'm out there to get it. And Serenity, I know that is an attainable attribute, but it's not even, I can't even see it spouting in the distance yet. But anyhow, the ship is named Serenity, and it's just interesting because by the end of the show, like, everybody who worked on the show had found some serenity in the actual set, you know, like finding little places to sneak off, you know, while other people are shooting their scenes, and just kind of just feel comfortable. And yeah, there are a couple of scenes where all the 9 cast members are sitting around a dining room table and eating together, and they said it was like, it was real family, and they were really laughing and really loving each other and really having a great time. So I really very much enjoyed the show, and yes, I'm glad it never lived long enough to get bad, but man, it sure would have been a great show to have gone a little bit farther. So thank you very much, appreciate it. Anyhow, guys, so that's it. Spider-Man, Harry Potter, we went with Firefly, and I'm awfully glad I did. I'll watch the show again at some point, and hope to enjoy it just as much. And let me know in the comments below if you've liked it, if you've seen the show. If you didn't like it, that's fine too. And it's not too late to cast your vote. We haven't picked a show yet, Harry Potter or Spider-Man. And hey guys, I'll check in with you soon. I'm gonna take in a few more of these flowering trees, and then I gotta I gotta pack my car with a little laundry and head down to my parents' house, have a visit. Right now my neck hair is stuck in my slightly unzipped Harley-Davidson leather jacket zipper, so every time I move my head slightly to the left or to the right, I tear at that neck hair just a little bit. Isn't that the way it goes? Alright guys, care about you. Thanks for riding along. Won't be too long, we'll have leaves on these trees. I'll log on, I'll show you the pond. Then I'll let you go. The air is warm, but it's a cold wind, whipping up a chop on St. Timothy's Pond. Alright guys. Bye.